Hi, welcome back to my channel, Nerd It This Way. I know, same week, same stuff. Productivity. So this video, I will be recommending really good reads for the fall, as well as just some like spooky, funny, kind of quirky reads for Halloween.
Mahalia, in this world, you must know who you are.
So, let's get into it. The first book is a, not really a graphic novel, but it is called The Sleeper and the Spindle by Neil Gaiman, illustrated by Chris Rendell, which I had a few of books by Chris Rendell, but I ended up giving them to a friend of mine because I just wanted to start like getting her into reading the same books I love. So yes, this book is a retelling of Sleeping Beauty, and it is dark and gritty, and the pictures are just like, as you know, like really, really good. Like, do you see that? Can you see that? Let's see. But yes, so this book is really, really good if you want a quick read with girls who save themselves and female heroes and some dark mysteries and curses. This would be a very good book to read. Next are, okay, so the next few books, because I'm going to do this in parts. So these are all the physical books I own. And then the next video I'll do all the Audible books I own, and then Kindle books, which I own a lot of Kindle books. I love Kindle. So most of these books are by the same author, who is like one of my favorite authors of all time, which is Bram. So Bram, oh, slap myself in the face. This is called Plucker. This is a retelling of Jack in the Box. I probably have talked about this like numerous times, but seriously, like this is very, very spooky, very and like Halloween-esque feel vibe. Like when, okay, so pretty much it's kind of like a dark Toy Story. If I had to, you know, kind of give you an idea, like the Tin Soldier kind of feel, but if Toy Story had voodoo dolls and curses and stuff and decapitated toys and scariness. So yes, recommend this. Next, I'm just gonna have my Bram collection right here, is The Devil's Rose by Bram, which is also, he also illustrates his own books, which is really awesome. So this is about Cole McGee, which is kind of like a ghostwriter kind of feel. He goes out and gets all the souls for the devil to pay off for his freedom. And a few souls have escaped hell, and he's offered redemption in return to get these souls before they go out into the world, or they go and find their own redemption in a way. So this book, really, really dark, really kind of, no, it's kind of dark. I was gonna be like, no, it's not as dark. No, it's pretty dark. It's really dark. Again, there is illustrations like in all of Bram's books, which really kind of just gives you the vibes of how creepy this is gonna get. Next, I don't annotate books like everybody else. Like, I don't write my books, I don't paint on my books. I just can't do that. So I started doing little thumb tabs of, you know, parts that I liked in a book, and I went a little, you know, I started and I was like, I'm gonna stop. This is called Lost Gods, and this also has to do with hell and all the gods in the underworld with all the other mythologies. And there is our main character who, Chet. Okay, so Chet Moran is fresh out of jail, and his girlfriend is pregnant, and they are on the run. And so he goes to the only person who would understand his plight, which is his grandmother. However, his grandmother has some secrets, let me tell you. And Chet is like, well, not girlfriend, his wife Trish. So remember how, like, way back when, I don't know if you've been with me from the beginning, there was this book called The Puppeteer or something like that. I'll have it in the cards above. And I was like, oh, this is relationship goals. No, bruh. This is relationship goals. The amount of sacrifice Chet is willing to go through for Trish and their unborn child is unreal. And it is so, like, I cried, I yelled, I was like marching around the house. I was like, let's go, Chet, get up, get up, get up, like rooting for him. And at the same time, I'm like, so what's gonna happen now, you know? And let me just show you what this is. One of the gods. She is, I forget her name, but she is the god of, like, she's a guardian of hell, one of the layers of hell. And her followers pick up children and babies and take them to the river Styx or one of the rivers and gets them cleansed and stuff. And it is crazy because there is a coup going on in hell to trap and defeat all of the everybody, all the monsters, and well, all the gods. And there's a picture of Chet's grandmother in here that I just have to share with you guys because it's so beautiful. So this is Lamia. This is Chet's grandmother, right? And this is like one of the first pictures you see that are just like, all right, so the story takes off from here. And then we just go. So I highly recommend reading anything with Brahm. I just love it. Like, my sister has my book, but Child Thief by Brahm, it is the Peter Pan retelling. And that was the gateway. No, it wasn't. It was the second book that I bought from Brahm. Well, from Barnes & Noble with Brahm. And I was like, this is my new favorite author. Like, the first book I ever bought with this author, I was walking in, story time. I was walking in, and as you know, I wear a lot of t-shirts, like graphic t-shirts and stuff like that. And I believe it was like my freshman, sophomore year of college. I was home for Christmas, and my mom took me to Barnes & Noble, and I picked up Krampus, the Yule Lord by Brahm. And as I was walking through the hall, like the aisles, not halls, but the aisles, a lady stopped me, and she was so concerned on why I was reading this book. And I was like, well, this is a Christmas book. And she could not believe, she was like, what? And I told her, I'm like, read the flap, just read the first like 2 paragraphs and you'll see. So I'm gonna read the first 2 paragraphs. I'm not, you know, I'm gonna practice reading out loud. Santa Claus, my dear old friend, you are a thief, a traitor, a slanderer, a murderer, a liar, but worst of all, you are a mockery of everything for which I stood. You have sung your last ho ho ho, for I am coming for your head. I am coming to take back what is mine, to take back Yuletide from Krampus. And I was like, how do you not love that? Like, she's like, oh, I think I need to get a copy. She said the cover kind of threw her off, but this is what gets you. Like, how, you guys, like, this was so good. And, I believe Yuletide is a German holiday where Krampus goes around and kidnaps bad children and takes them away or something like that. And the the whole book. I'm trying to find a picture of Santa Claus so you can see just how crazy like this is. I've had this for like years, and I'm trying to. Here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna show you a picture of Santa Claus. So that is Santa Claus right there. And this is Krampus. So yes, these are some of the books I recommend if you want something spooky and dark and kind of funny with you know, some mythology and historical backdrop for it, but it's really good. Also, I also recommend, of course, the Sookie Stackhouse series. I finished this like years ago, and I was like, okay, this is definitely a fall read. My vampires, werewolves, fairies, and Louisiana. Okay, okay, you know, I get it. It has like that. It's not very like fall festive, but it's like very scary. There's murder, there's mystery, there's thrillers, and then there's magic. So how do you not love that? And last but not least, actually, I think though that is all the recommended books I have for this fall, for this Halloween recommendations list for physical copies. I will have possibly a Kindle version coming up. Audible, I don't have that many Audible books, I don't believe, but I will check, and if I do have quite a bit, I will post a video on that as well. So this concludes my video of recommendations for the fall if you're into something spooky and scary, but with a little twist. And of course, you know, you want something a little darker than your normal thing, just a little darker, then I highly recommend any of these books. If you've read any of these books by Brom, please let me know so we can gush and talk about it. Because I need someone to discuss this with, because these are just so good. Like, I love his books. Like, every time there's a new book out, I'm on it right away. So like, share, comment down in, you know, below. I will have cards up I will have cards up about each book if I've already done a review or if I have a video related to them. So please go check those out. Subscribe. If you are not a subscriber, please do me that favor and hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications, because I will be doing this twice a week, Monday and Friday by 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Bye.